Happy Monday, and today we are talking about 5-HTP for dream recall. Now, before any of you guys harass me about where I got it and how much you're supposed to take, I will tell you now, I got this from Amazon, I think. If I didn't get it from Amazon, I got it from iHerb, and the dosage, recommended dosage, is 200 milligrams. If you do the research, it says don't go over 200 milligrams, okay? You can do less. So there's 2 pills that you're supposed to take. You can, of course, just take 1. I've tried both. I've been taking the 2. I prefer the 2 based off of my needs and what I'm using it for and what I started using it for. So how did I come across 5-HTP? Well, I like to sleep, and I like to sleep a lot. I like 9 hours of sleep. My body doesn't say I should do 9 hours. It says 8. So I say 8 and I go with 8, but I always dream about 9 hours now. But in that process, I am a night owl. I wake up, I like to go to bed at 3 a.m. sometimes, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And that does not work when I'm supposed to be waking up at 10 a.m. So then I'm always kind of like messed up in different places. And there are days where, of course, I don't have to wake up until 2, but it just doesn't work out when you are trying to have a consistent schedule. So what I try to do, which is why I use a lot of different herbs, which is why I know about mugwort and lavender and catnip and valerian root and every calming herb I probably have in my arsenal back there. And it's because I have to find ways to go to sleep sometimes to get on a schedule. So I first came across magnesium. I was in the health food store and I saw magnesium. I saw something said something that said calm, and then I found out that the ingredient was really magnesium. So I tried that out, and it did exactly what it said. It calmed me down, and I was able to sleep. That worked. I really liked it. It was fine, but I found that it also created some other interesting issues. But I'll talk. That's neither here or there. Okay. So then I knew it worked, but it wasn't something I always wanted to take for some reason. It just wasn't my thing. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And so then I started to do some more research. I found another thing that said sleep. Sleep, it was just a brand, right? I looked at it and the ingredient was 5-HTP. Well, I brought it home. I did the research. Whenever I see a new ingredient, I'll just get out my phone and do all the research and see what it's for. So I was researching it in the store. I said, okay, well, this is what it is. This is what it's for. And I said, okay, well, I'll try it because it was a low dose. And so it was 100 milligrams. So I tried it and I found that the sleep thing kind of worked, but the problem was that right around maybe 5 a.m. or something like that, I'd wake up. So let's say I went to bed around midnight. At 5 a.m., I would wake up, like just up, not knowing what to do with my life and myself. So I was like, oh, something about this is a little off. And so I found that if I wasn't really, really tired and I took that sleep, I was only going to get about 5 hours. What I mean by really, really tired, meaning if I still had the desire to stay up till 3 and 4 a.m. and I took that sleep to put myself up around 12, I was going to wake up at 5. I was like, well, that's not going to work. But I said, there's something about this 5-HTP I want to look into. So then I did more research on it, and so then I bought it. I'm pretty sure it was Amazon, you guys. And this is the brand, Bioscience Nutrition. Bioscience Nutrition, 5-HTP, extra strength. And so this one has the 200 milligrams, all right? Now, I started taking it, and I found that if I took the 2 of them, not 1, but I had to take 2, then I got the full night's rest that I was looking for. And then a miracle happened. I noticed that my dreams were getting more vivid and more vivid. I've been taking this regularly to get myself on some kind of schedule. And here are some of the side effects as well. One says it's supposed to help the mood and it's supposed to help your brain. But the mood is very interesting in the sense that it helps increase your serotonin levels. 5-HTP comes from a seed in Africa. Ooh, Africa. And it's called Griffonia simplicifolia, something like that, you guys. See, I see it, but my mouth isn't saying it. Anyway, I might have said it close enough. but 5-HTP is a seed. It comes from a seed, and it mimics tryptophan, or I guess it is a part of tryptophan. I mean, the full name is hydroxytryptophan. Of course I can say that, right? Well, what it does, of course, you know, when you eat turkey, how you start to feel, you know, tired. Well, it does that as well. You do feel like a sense of drowsiness, like a relaxation, and when it's time to go to sleep, you go to sleep. What it does right away is puts you in your sleep cycle. It puts you into deep REM. So you're going to REM right away. So you're getting that deep, restorative, nourishing sleep, the kind of sleep that a lot of people don't get. You get that sleep, and then after you get that sleep, which is probably why I was waking up at 5 a.m., remember? Then it puts you into a lighter REM, which is where your vivid dreams happen. And that's when you can have easy dream recall and lucid dreaming. And that's when you're in that space of wildness and fun and excitement. So this was like an added bonus. I am a dreamer. This, I will say, as far as like my psychic gifts, if you will, I always felt that one of my biggest gifts was dreams. And because I've been a dreamer, a vivid dreamer. When people said they weren't dreaming in color, I was always dreaming in color. What I've been able to do in my dreams is always amazed me. And so but when you're really tired, like I have been and have been off, and you don't get as many dreams. And so I've missed that. I really missed that part of me. I still, of course, I dream every night, but I'm talking about my favorite kind of dreams, the ones that are, I'm going in places wild and beyond. Those kinds of dreams, those are the dreams that I'm looking for. And what I found is that all of a sudden by taking this, because for one reason, which was just to be able to get on a regular sleep cycle, now I have a nice little boned added thing, and that is lucid dreaming and clear dreaming. Now, I haven't lucid dreamed yet with this. I had quasi lucid dreaming, meaning I'm aware that I'm dreaming, but I'm not willing to, it's like, it's an awareness, but it's not I'm not asserting myself in that sense, meaning I'm not like, I'm aware. Now I need to run around and go fly, or do all those fun things, slow time, you know, become that person over there. Like, I'm not being active in the process. It's just more of me slowly becoming that. And I haven't been trying. So let's be clear. I'm not even trying to lucid dream whatsoever. That wasn't really my goal. I've just been fascinated with the fact that the dreams have been like this. And so I wanted to share this with you guys who are into this kind of thing. And I know a lot of people are. Just based off of my mugwort video, people go wild and crazy over that video. Because we're interested in these things, and also lucid dreaming. So I often get comments all throughout the week from those two videos, people just asking more. So here is a nice little thing. Now, do your research and be very clear about if you can or cannot take it. If you're taking antidepressants, it's not something you should take, especially if it's affecting your serotonin levels, because this does affect your serotonin levels. It's supposed to increase your serotonin levels, and serotonin is that hormone that makes you feel really good. For me, has it affected my mood? I don't know. If I'm telling you I don't know, then who knows how I was really feeling? Because I'm just like, you know, I would have to ask someone else. Am I nicer? I don't know. I think that I'm generally in a pretty good mood. I don't know if it's affected my mood. I feel very complex, so I don't know about that. But let's get back to my dreams. They're super vivid, very long, very elaborate. And I find myself, as far as like almost the lucid aspect, is that when I'm in the dream space and I see something that kind of intrigues me, I will ask a question and I will get an answer. So that's about as lucid as I'm getting, in the sense that I'm an active observer in the dream. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking to interfere with the dream, but I am more prone to gain information from the dream, meaning, well, what is this about? Or what is that about? And kind of stopping the dream at times to say, okay, well, what's going on here? So that is a lucid aspect of dreaming, but it's not in the sense, how do I put it? It's a natural thing that's happening versus me consciously being like, I'm lucid. I know what's going on. All right. The colors are more intense. I had a dream last week in which I was a musician and I was making music that will blow your mind. That was very intense. I could not believe the music I was making. And when I tell you these dreams are long, that meant I think I made a whole album. I made this whole album, and then I was like, Solange came over and she listened to the album. I mean, it was just like intense, the whole situation. So it's amazing to be able to create and do those things in your dream space. As an artist, I can tell you most of my artwork always came from my dreams, but my dreams were also more elaborate when I was really actively making art. So of course these dreams are inspiring me to make things because of the vividness. There's so much that I would like to share. I'm like, I want you guys to see what's going on over here. So there's intensity in all of this. And so I recommend this if you're interested in trying something out, especially if you have like sleep cycles that are messed up and you want to try to get back on something. 5-HTP works, but please do your research. I'm not here to tell you all the research. I'm here to show you that I'm a real live breathing person who tried this, really stumbled upon it just in their own little life, and this is what's happened. And I'm telling you, no lie. This is what happened. It kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. I did not take it for dreams. Actually, after I got the dreams, I did the research and I was like, oh, shoot. Well, there you go. And I have to warn you guys all, people will say it also heightens nightmares. I don't consider myself to be a person who has nightmares. And the reason why I say that is because nightmares are meaning you're afraid of something. And I'm like, no, my dreams are for information. I'm not going to be afraid in my dream. I'm going to get the information from my dream. So it's just a different way of perspecting it. So, you know, if you have a lot of fears and you're afraid of everything and you have a vivid dream, you're going to have a vivid fear, right? But if you see your dreams as informative and something that's going to teach you about yourself, you're going to have vivid information. So we just have to kind of shift our perspective on how things are. So 5-HTP, try it for lucid dreaming, dream recall, and all things dreams. And let me know your experience with it, or if you tried it already, and share it in the comments. Let other people know what's going on, because that's how we learn about this stuff, really through word of mouth and through communicating. Because online, the best stuff that I found was with what people wrote and shared about their experience. All right? Hallelujah, hallelujah, magic, and science, right? I will see you guys next week, and check out the video that comes up on Friday. I'm talking about Treat Yourself Fridays. So I have a new thing that's coming out in which I am sharing the things that have come across my path that I connect to my spiritual journey as well, and products that I spend my money on and invest in, and ways that I treat myself. And it's going to help you learn a little bit about me, but also maybe some things that you might want to try in your own little life there. Nothing is sponsored. One day they will be. Nothing is sponsored now, so that's not what it's about. It's just about sharing a little aspect of who I am and how I treat myself. Magic. And as always, like, subscribe, and tell all of your friends about my videos. And make sure you have the notifications bell there, because I don't think you guys get my second video because of notifications. So make sure you're putting the notifications, you're dinging that notifications and getting when I put videos out, especially since I'm going to be doing it about 2 times a week now. All right? Bye-bye, you guys. Happy Monday, and today we are talking about 5-HTP for dream recall. Now, before any of you guys harass me about where I got it and how much you're supposed to take, I will tell you now, I got this from Amazon, I think. If I didn't get it from Amazon, I got it from iHerb, and the dosage, recommended dosage, is 200 milligrams. If you do the research, it says don't go over 200 milligrams, okay? You can do less. So there's 2 pills that you're supposed to take. You can, of course, just take 1. I've tried both. I've been taking the 2. I prefer the 2 based off of my needs and what I'm using it for and what I started using it for. So how did I come across 5-HTP? Well, I like to sleep, and I like to sleep a lot. I like 9 hours of sleep. My body doesn't say I should do 9 hours. It says 8. So I say 8 and I go with 8, but I always dream about 9 hours now. But in that process, I am a night owl. I wake up, I like to go to bed at 3 a.m. sometimes, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And that does not work when I'm supposed to be waking up